Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So, if you remember, I did a bit of an early conclusion to this episode in the last episode, which was so I had 2 episodes go up last week instead of 1. But yeah, the main reason I did that is because of this one. This one is a bit of a monster. This is episode 5, Rise from the Ashes, which was added for re-releases after the Game Boy, and was added for every subsequent re-release of the game. It is, to date, the longest chapter in any Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. No exaggeration. It has the most chapters, the most investigation sections, and the most courtroom sessions of any game. And it is a long one. So that's why I wanted to get this one out of the way nice and early. So, yeah. Then let's just get right into it. It is a long... You guys are going to be in for a rough couple of weeks. Because this is one of the longest ones there is. And I have to play through it myself. But anyway, enough of that prelude out of the way. Let's get into it. Play Rise from the Ashes, yes. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be a long nightmare I will never wake up from. It's a little loud in my ear. Alright, I already like it so far. Well, this is a problem. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. You've been gone for 2 months? Dude. I understand that, though. She was his partner. It would make sense he would need to recuperate after she left. 2 months without a single trial. Oh, you haven't had a case yet in 2 months either. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? Hello? Who are you? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh! I applaud your enthusiasm, but no. You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are... the coffee boy? No! I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? The very same! Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I hate you already. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please. I'm out of time. I'm already confused, but... please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya. Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Alright, what do you want? Emma. What, Emma, was it? So, you're a scientific investigator. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. That's very young. You're 16. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Emma, I'm already confused. Great, another future professional in training. What's the case? So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. That's what we saw. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. There's a witness? There's a witness? Okay. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. Scientific fact my ass. There's a witness. And there's a witness. Just as I said. Just talk to her. You'll have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised I'd bring her Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Huh. So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child. I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't falter for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. Fascinating. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Ashley should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Alright, let's see what happened. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Okay. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Well, thanks for that. Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, let's go down to detention. See what she has to say. Let's see what our defendant has to say for themselves. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She's gotten quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise her this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? There she is. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. I don't like this person. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? She knows me already. Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard. Quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lena, I mean, they're just like... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? It's just, he's just shell-shocked because of how similar you are to his partner and former mentor. The case. There's something you should know from the start. Which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's disposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Man, that was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car's trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. The victim? So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Please don't let it be Gumshoe. Please don't let it be Gumshoe. Dude, please don't let it be Gumshoe. Okay, yeah. Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. I don't blame you, Phoenix. I really don't. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. Alright. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Phoenix here isn't exactly the best with all the politics and all that. He wouldn't know who you are. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lena? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? You're not! Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class I had Mia, wasn't she? Relation to Mia. You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he was very little in common with... It seems he has okay. It seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lena was top of her class in school. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good at the school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lena! This is going to suck. Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lena. I know. So how come you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lena. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. Alright! You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lena has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. Me too! What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Alright. Underground parking lot. Here we go. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Okay. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep it up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 2 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out here too much, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Oh. What do we have here? Looks like a Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Look here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But, this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? I have no idea. You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Well, that didn't work. Is that, Hombre a friend of yours? Kinda, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. He thinks he's the sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum is over here is on its side. Wait. I know. I'll hide it in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Yes, you are. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Aha, a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. It's scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. Things all seem so horribly familiar somehow. Yeah, she does remind me a bit of Maya, just a little bit. Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy your life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? What is this? What's this? A wallet? It is. Okay, I thought it was a wallet. Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Well, hastily stuffed in a pocket. I'm calling to duty already, at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay now. Let's look at the court record. You'll have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining. From every angle. Oh. This is why. This is why it was different. Because it was designed to use the rotation. It was designed to use the DS's dual screen to rotate objects around, and as a result, this was introduced to be able to use that. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check out with the press of the A button. Huh. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID. Okay, so this is the guy. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID card records. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. This is the elevator. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrows on the ground make look a lot more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? Aha! A theory of relativity. What? Relativity has nothing to do with this. I've got to write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Relativity isn't a person. Even I know this. Mr. Relativity. Are you sure that was his name? Slide around. Oh, there's the crime scene. That's where they found the body. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Hi. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to fight the bullet. Yeah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. The little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please? No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a curvaceous like you like. Prospector's office? What does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up Fiddle's Saloon Curvaceous. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Were you two all set? Us? Hello? Who are you? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way to do business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance. Especially passersby. Or you officers. No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even in my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? You're the witness, aren't you? Jimmy, you're a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of the detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You're the She's the witness. I figured that out. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up clean. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. What do you got? Case. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was Day of Destiny. I heard something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for someone? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of iniquity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms about all the blackening the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Seems like. Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. Or you'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunch of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What did you witness? So what exactly was your witness, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel like what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. See Lena Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties into this world be cruelly cut still rings in my ear. And the rhythmic beat of Lena Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lena Skye? Of course I do. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunch boxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She's always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Huh. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches here are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried the General Tso's Trilogy's lunch set. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of the Trilogy's flavor. Anyway, I came here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? Glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. What do you got against the prosecutor? Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kinda like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That would be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now that you talk cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Can I go upstairs? I can. Let's see what happened. There's some evidence up here. Is this Edgeworth's room? Seems like it's Edgeworth's room. This is kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy of something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. I figured it was Edgeworth. It is, isn't it? Yep. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? No. Did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here, Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? Oh, that makes a lot more sense. And also, he's associated with a murder again? Again, Edgeworth? Come on. What? Your car? I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. What do you got? The case. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Oh, this is a great conversation. Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again. No, that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. Oh, no. I can understand. Wait? What did you say? Lena Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. Well, it's nice to know you got back on your feet very quickly, but, this is problematic. You? Mr. Edgeworth. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established at the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with little toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why'd she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. That's a problem. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife. Usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Ha. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? He is not happy. Come on, can't you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. That must be the victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it out in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Huh. A name and ID number are written here. I wonder why they're only using numbers right. These. What else will they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID yabba dabba dabba. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba dabba. Well, it does sort of read to it. Exactly my point. It doesn't take much to amuse her. Oh. What if I present him with a knife? It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you. He doesn't like you very much, does he, Mr. Wright? Nah, but that's where it's still never... It's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Alright. Let's go back to the parking lot. I don't know what to do. I can examine my attorney badge, apparently. So this is the back of the badge, looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. This way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Nothing here. Well, who would I talk to? My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Well, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? No. I don't think so. Whoa, what a view. It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out the window, the time of impact with the ground would be... She's actually calculating this. Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Not really, but I'm with you in spirit. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. Got more for an instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Well, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling? There's even a ladder? Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone to get them for him. Strange. How did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these cases and reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Yeah. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chest, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Actually, what is this thing? I've been wondering. What the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K. That's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutors trophy. Okay. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is this the tip of the shield broken off? Huh. Yeah, why is the tip of the shield broken off? What is that? Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy is listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that one makes sense. Von Karma would be listed on here a whole bunch. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have had an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. You can't! He's in jail. Well, she says that his name does have a kind of ring to it. Where is the piece of the shield? Can I talk to him about the shield being broken off? Can I present this to him? So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grain elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? Why does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day at the prosecutor's office. Maybe. What should we ask him more about yesterday? Well, I got him to start talking to me now. Can you tell me more about Mr. Yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort of follow... Sorry. We sort of follow all evidence for soft cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. Ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our position, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stop added to the court record. Entered the lot at 5:12. That's when he got back. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So he got there 3 minutes before the murder. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Hello? Who are you? Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name on that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid is on very tight, isn't it? I made a clear request to the police department, didn't I not? You need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following an order, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that race next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent the day they gave out brains and good luck. Aw, poor guy. Right? Yes, sir? God, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim here was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can rest more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down, at least. Alright. Alright. Police department entrance. Let's go. February 22nd, police department entrance. We're finally here. Why would they just put the police department so away from the prosecutor's office? Because? I don't know, I didn't design the layout of the city. Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hmm? Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? I don't know. But that's freaking me out. Please make it stop. Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. We're trying to make him the police mascot. Ah, he looks like a police badge. I get it. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed us. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. If you say so. The case. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lane Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Alright, let's see what happens. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people at being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guys in there are the chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Can I present it to him? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at his award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed Mr. Edgeworth's knife. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal. This is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all this time. Me and Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa. Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more about Detective Gumshoe? Well, now we've opened it up. So this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a defense detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been in the police department at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal in a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed by the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot, and Lane is confessing as much. Alright. He's in a tough spot again. Again? After the murder and what have you, yeah. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with the witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea it was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say that the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. Well, what? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. He's not here. How do I... The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping his tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. Oh, you made it. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. A work of art designed by the chief. Work of art! Okay. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. For the moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal. Try to make things easier a little for yourself. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction. Alright. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Oh, I can just view this. Alright. Okay. Well, now we can go investigate the crime scene. Finally. Alright. Okay. Now let's move on. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello! Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in the criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost his herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Presents. It's a letter of introduction. Here, take it. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in this spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'll better let you in then. But thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the seller. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumbled and discarded. Alright. Alright, now I can slide over here and examine. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else who could belong to. What's this so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out! Right, let's check it out. Huh. This stone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I don't know about things like redial. Huh? I'm sorry, it's just, you never know when people get it from your generalization. Whatever, let's check out the phone. Alright, let's see what it says. Now see who the owner of this phone last called. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Ah, so sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah. Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled think tunes. Oh, that? Oh. Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it, kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Who is this? Oh, I'm inside the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Alright. Someone flopped out? This rope, is it? Yeah, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 67S122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car, just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get big bucks. Yeah. Yeah, they really do. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a prosecutor. B block is through there. That's where the visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the floor. I can see a cartoon cow munching on a juicy-looking steak. That's wrong. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Yes, for multiple reasons. For one thing, that's straight-up cannibalism. It is. Just don't think too deeply about it. You'll be too late. Alright. Let's see what it sees. Let's see what this actually says. Nothing. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I'm doing files. Never mind, it's nothing. What's this? This is a wall, and this wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Ah. The victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you feisty doji there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Alright. Doctor to loss of blood, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to the parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Ha! I don't mean to be offensive, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? You look like... You call me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives still 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping my eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. He don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. Okay. And the prospectors tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister. You were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill wind? Something's up to something here, but who? Office atmosphere. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? There are prosecutors who we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Elena Sky. What? My sister? Did she start all the rumors? Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What you're saying is Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Okay. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lena is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she is not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. Property Elena Sky last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 the day of the murder. Okay? Makes sense? A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in this district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Alright, well, that's the end of it. Okay, well, we're in a bit of a pickle, aren't we? We gotta prove that we gotta try and prove that somebody who already confessed is innocent. That's not going to be fun. Alright, but I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. So, apparently, maybe not, but apparently the chief prosecutor of the district murdered somebody. Although it's still up in the air, I'm assuming probably not, but she called her sister immediately afterwards, which means that there's something up. I don't know, but we'll figure that out. But for right now, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon description below as well if you want to help support the show. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out. So I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!